All right. Hello, everybody. It says that I'm live. Already a ton of comments on here. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Display ads during. Okay. Sorry, just setting everything up. It's great to get on here and already see some good things. Hey, can somebody give me a thumbs up? Let me know my audio is good. I got my DJI mic on. The weather here is gorgeous, but there's a storm moving in, as Garth Brooks says. Got supposed to have like tornadoes and stuff tonight. So if you're praying, folks, pray for my shop. My old shop. It's hanging in there. I don't want it to blow away. I don't want any bikes to blow away. So thank everybody for being on here. I hope everybody can just somebody please give me a thumbs up just to let me know that I'm good. So let's see. Top chats. Let's go to live chats. Thumbs up. Thank you. Pookie. Pookie. Thank you so much. Let me get my phone out. My wife will be joining me tonight if we can get her in here on the camera. Capture moments as they happen. No, don't do that. Nothing wild tonight. All right, let's dig right into some comments and then we got some stuff to talk about. Thank you so much for choosing to hang out on a Sunday evening with me. I'm feeling so much better. The flu didn't get me this time. Got me down, and here's where I messed up. When I got the flu, I didn't get in bed. I tried to still do things. I tried to still work. Terrible idea because the flu started getting better, but my batteries was on zero, and I actually had to just stop and get in bed. And then once I did that, it's impossible for me to sit still, but I did. I really tried. My wife said I did a good job. And then I started feeling better. My voice started coming back, had tons more energy. So I'm excited for this spring. Now, for any motorcycle shop, springtime is the busiest. Hundreds of calls, people getting their bikes out of winterization and wanting to get on the road. I'm having to tell people, look, I'm 2 months out, buddy. I'm sorry, and they get mad, but I can't help it. That's just spring is here. It's upon us. However, tomorrow, after the storm moves in, it's supposed to be like 30 degrees again for a couple of days, then back up into the 80s and 70s and uh Tennessee weather. Okay. Jeff Jones, evening, sir. Good evening to you. Hello from Little Holenwall, Tennessee. Hey, I'm going to be out that way soon for that Billy Lane race that's out there. I want to try to catch that. Also, speaking of that, we've got the spring thaw swap meet, motorcycle swap meet coming up here. I think not this coming weekend, but the next. My kids have some gaming events, but I'm going to be sure to be there and at least walk through it because I acquired a bike, a keeper bike, and I'm going to be looking for a Springer front end for it. So I was there a couple years ago, and there was a guy who had 5 or 6 Springer front ends, and he was asking like $300 a piece for them. Great condition. And I almost bought one, but I'm like, well, I don't have really a bike I would want to put it on. I'm like, well, maybe I need to buy it in case I do run up on one. Nah, should have. Hoping that guy will be back this year, or hoping to find some stuff. I acquired back the 1982 Shovelhead FXR. We got that bike, we fixed it up, we got it road ready. I got it sold through circumstances and intervention. I got it back. I hated to see that bike go. And when I got that bike back, my wife says, "You're happy now, I can tell." And so that's going to be a keeper. Remember, it was that blue and pearl white. And I just love the way it rode. I love the year, the model, the fact that it was a shovel head with a 5-speed dry clutch. I removed the jockey shift, put back a regular handle clutch shift and or handle clutch and foot shifter. I think I'm going to leave that there because riding the jockey shift, you've always got to just think about it. And unless you're going down the road at 70 mile an hour, but I'm just going to leave it like that. But I do want to put a Springer front end on it. We got to do a lot of work to it, just upgrades and make it more kind of fit me. But that's going to be a keeper bike, so you'll be seeing that coming up in a future video. Uh, let's see. What's everyone riding? A 96 Road King, 98 Dyna, and a 01 Road King. Nice. Road Kings ride so good, don't they? They're really nice. You know, when you got the street glide or the electric glide and you turn your forks, you know, you got all that weight on those forks and you're turning that. Road King or a Road Glide for that matter, Road Glide's not as bad, but the weight of that fairing, front fairing, which is more than like on a street glide, it actually weighs more. Still mounted to the frame, but it's mounted up in the front, so you still have that front heaviness. Road Kings don't have that, and boy, they're nice to ride. So you get the touring frame and model with easy to turn steering. I like the Road Kings. Good evening, everyone from Daytona Beach, Florida. Nice. Adam Markson, 89 FXSTC. Nice. Was just in Daytona for Bike Week. Fun time. I've never been down there during Bike Week. I've heard it's nice and a fun time. S Caveman, 2001 FLHR. Nice. Glad to hear. No, my comments went away. All right. Glad to hear you're feeling better. Thank you so much. Oh man, Joe, I appreciate that. Evos and early twin cams for the win. Yes. If you can replace the early twin cams with the hydraulic tensioners, that'd be great. 80 shovel hardtail bobber, nice. 80 sporty, nice. Ironhead. Used to have a 69 FL bobber. Should have never sold it. No, you shouldn't have. Keep them old ones now, I'm telling you. Unless you got to eat, keep them old ones. That's why I hated letting that shovel head go. It's an FXR setup. It's an 82, right when they worked all the bugs out of the shovel heads, the 5-speed. I promise tonight I'm not going to talk your ears off about it, but I'm happy that I got it. Thank you for the thumbs up, Pokey. Naders in the dark. Okay. Fair spells your thumbs up. Glad you're better. Thank you. Thumbs up with an American flag. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You see this? That's not from a bike being laid down. Yesterday, my kids wanted to get together and play kickball. Awesome. Got out there. I had my Converses on that I wear in the shop. I was trying to steal from third base to home. And I did something I've never done before. I did the old man fall. So it's official. I'm old. It's that fall where you're going forward and you're trying to get your legs caught up to your upper body and you don't know, you're at a point where you don't know, should I just roll or should I just belly flop? So I chose the belly flop option. And, you know, I've always heard if you fall and everybody laughs, you're still young. If you fall and everybody rushes to you to see if you're okay, you're old. My kids laughed and they come over and tagged me out while I was in the dirt. It was sad. So I guess I'm at that in between stage. So I had my first old man fall playing kickball yesterday. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Michael. Man, I'm sorry, guys. This thing just jumps right on me. My wife's usually out here helping with the comments, so I hope she joins me soon. Howdy, buddy. Glad you're feeling better. We miss you. Thank you, sir. I got the rock and roll. Well, that's not rock and roll. That's rock and roll. What is that? Just hanging tight, hang loose. Says we're getting snow. Oh gosh, where are you at? WV23. Yikes. I talked to some folks. They're up in up north, and I think it was in Canada. They're like a foot of snow still. Good night. I couldn't imagine how you get a lot of riding in. I don't. I do not. I wish I got more riding in, but I don't. Now, if I go to the parts store or something, I'll hop on the bike and go. Saturdays are our riding days from 9 in the morning till, you know, about 1 or 2. We try to get about 200 miles in. Got some beautiful roads and back roads and country roads and hills. The good thing about Tennessee is most of our roads, especially highways, back roads even are really well paved. You just got to watch out for some gravel, washout, and stuff like that. So Saturdays are usually a lot of our riding days. Sometimes we'll get an evening Sunday ride in. Um, '06 Road King, Pokey, nice. 2010 Street Glide, nice. Message retracted, okay. 93 Springer Softail. Okay, Road 666, tell me, do you like the Springer? I've heard some people say, hey, don't you take that FXR and put a Springer on it, you'll hate it. But I'm thinking, well, if I get one cheap enough, let's try it. And if I don't like it, I'll keep the forks and put them back on. Lots of crazy. Hello, '06 883. Nice. 97 Springer. Nice. 96 Big Bore stock cams. Screaming Eagle cam plate. Ooh, changing from a CV carb to a Super E. Nice. That'd be a good upgrade. What jets do you suggest for this setup right now? It's a 29.5 and a 70 main. I would, that's a hard question just to give you online. A lot of it depends. Well, it's a big bore. It's got stock cams. What kind of pipes are you running? You can buy a jet size kit for the for the Super E S&S, and it comes with a variety of sizes. And so you just kind of start playing around with them to see what feels right. You'll go down the road, and that's why the S&S made it so easy to drop the bowl and to just swap the jets out. One of the reasons why they did that is so you could try different jets on the fly. I even used to ride with a guy that kept a set of jets in his uh, bag in case he went up north and went in a higher elevation and all that. You could just stop and change them out. So I'd get a kit that's got a variety of them and try that. 98 Road King and an '05 Super Glide. Nice. '06 Road King. Hope to make it down to Tennessee soon. Well, come on down. We'll ride around. We got your sticker. Thanks. It's awesome. Well, thank you for, if you're a member, you got a free sticker. If you bought one, I appreciate it. Pokey Hang Loose. We got about, I think, a little bit over 50 members now, like 54, 55 members now, paying members every month. I appreciate that. So hard to keep track of all of them. I did a members only video, I think Friday or Thursday evening. So I hope you enjoyed that if you're a member. West Virginia, Pennsylvania roads are terrible. Oh, yeah, we do have good roads here. Really, the worst of our roads are interstates. 440 is terrible. Um, I've had several guys with bent rims, and they were all riding on interstate when it happened. But our back roads and highway roads are top notch. You keep fixing bikes, and I keep learning. Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Pappy. I appreciate that. Ring camera. Somebody's at the shop door, inside door. Oh, that's me. uh, thought that was my wife coming out, but nope. Message retracted. Message. Well, y'all saying a lot and taking it off where I can read it. Maybe that's a good thing. S Caveman got a bunch of extra jets. Guess I'll run a few different setups. Yeah, that's what I would do. And you could take two bikes made in the same year, have the same setup. And for some reason, they like different jets sometimes. It all depends on how your fuel flow is, how that carburetor missed, how your heads like it or not. It's a variety of different things. It's really hard to just say these are the jets you need, run these only. Might not be right for your bike. So Jeff Jones, I got my sticker. Love it. Thanks. I love my Springer, but a Springer isn't for everybody. For me, I won't buy another hydro fork bike. The look and feel is perfect for me. Okay, good. I wanted it for the look. I think if it's too springy or especially around corners and turning, they got those like shocks that you can put in the center, like up on the front between the two trees. I might add I might look for a fork where I can add one of those to it, like a dampener. That would help with that and make it feel more controllable. I'm definitely not going to get a 1960s Springer front end on it where it's just bouncing around crazy, because the FXR frame is so nice to ride and corner so well. I don't want to mess that up. I want it to be comfortable, but I love the look of a Springer on a shovel head. I love it. I think every shovel head should have a Springer, I guess, unless you have, a touring bike. But that might look pretty good on it too. Ryan's from Midland, Texas. Roads are mostly garbage. Come on up to Tennessee, man. Ride these roads. I guarantee you will have fun. We got several dams in the area, and the TVA keeps those roads really, really nice. A lot of parks and recreation things, and lakes and rivers, and so our roads look really good. They ride good. I'm glad you're better. Thank you, Jeremy. I really appreciate that. Vermont roads can be pretty rough. The scenery is beautiful, though. Oh, I bet it is. Bet it is. Where's the swap meet you spoke of? It is in Lebanon, Tennessee, which is just a town over about 15 miles from me, at the big convention center there, where they have the state fair, actually. It is called the Tennessee Spring Thaw, and Grease Monkey puts it on. I can actually look it up real quick for you, because I'll follow them on my business Facebook page. Grease Monkey magazine. They actually have a magazine. There it is, right there, the Spring Thaw. Let me see if I can pull up a picture for you. He usually sends me some flyers, but I don't have uh, any flyers. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. Can I see that picture? Will you show me that picture? There you go. It says push play. I don't know what push and play would do. Let me get the glare off of that. Let me try. My camera's backwards. So March the 28th, Spring Thaw. It's a bike show and a swap meet. They have some really nice bikes there, but of course, I go there for the parts. They have guys that come in with truckloads of vintage parts, and you can really find some things, hard to find things. I remember one time I went, I was looking for a coil for the cursed Dyna, and a guy happened to have one, $10. And I bought it, tested it, and it was good. So you can find a lot, not just vintage stuff, but newer stuff there as well. And of course, they have the leather set up. They have the sewing machines they can sew patches on and all that stuff. Helmets and pinstripers. I think Chase Spears, the pinstriper, Paint by Spears on YouTube, I think he's going to be there. He usually sets up a table and just does pinstriping right there on things you need. So if you got a tank you want pinstripe, bring it in. Maybe he'll sit there and do it. I don't know if he does big stuff like that, but I know he's usually there and working. I think that came stock in my 97, very smooth. Yeah, the 97 Springers came stock with a Springer, and it had that shock on the front of it, like an absorber. I had to play jet roulette a couple of times, yeah, PG, to get those jets just right to how you like it and how you want your bike to respond. You're going to need to play around with the jets. Planning a trip to Nashville in August. Nice. We'll be riding my 2010 Street Glide. Nice. Ryan, you get in Nashville, give me a holler. See if I can meet up with you somewhere and ride around. Jet roulette. That'd make it a cool t-shirt, wouldn't it? Have some different jets and carbs on it. Went to the antique swap in Daytona, Florida. Found a tank in perfect condition for my buddy's 69 BSA Lightning. Wow, that's rare. That's rare. But yeah, I've had really good luck at this swap meet. It's one of the bigger ones in the Tennessee area, and I'm glad that it's local. So I try to go out as much as I can. Usually it's right in the, it's beginning of spring, so um, not in the riding season yet, full speed, but games and kids activities going on out the wazoo. So I finished up the 98 Electroglide Classic Anniversary Edition, the 95 Anniversary Edition. Uh, I did order a new set of plug wires. They'll be here tomorrow. So I'm going to be getting those on. They're coming to get the bike this week. And I think they're bringing a couple more bikes as well. I've got on the lift, I don't know if you caught in one of the videos, but it's that nitrous oxide bike, that Evo. That's, I'm telling you now, at the time the guy did this work on this bike, it was the cat's meow. And we're putting an ignition in it, fixing some wiring, fixing some broken bolts, a leaky primary, I think. Maybe no, maybe not on this. I've got a list. Where's my list? I've got a list. What are we doing for this? Um, it's a 98 CVO, which was rare because back in 98, the public could not buy the CVOs. You had to work for Harley to get one, and the guy that worked for Harley bought one. The next year in 99, this guy bought this bike. He's now, I think the grandson said he's like 101 year old, not able to ride anymore. The dad bought the bike from the grandfather, and then the grandson just recently acquired the bike. So pretty neat story. It was a special order. It's been setting for over 2 years, not running. It's got a Screaming Eagle cam in it with a 574 lift, a 10 to 5 to 1 compression ratio, stock bore, um, and it's got polished imported heads on it. So it's up here. We're going to install ignition. I believe it's a Ultima. Well, I got it right here. Let me see. Um, uh, it's a Dynatech. The Dynatech ignition on it. He said that this is already programmed for his bike. So we're going to be installing that on the Evo, fixing some wiring, uh, checking the charging system, and just doing a tune-up. The primary was just changed. That's what it was on the primary. 8,000 miles on the motor rebuild. So that's pretty sweet. So grandpa had it, dad had it, now the grandson has it. And the grandson, who's now a grown man, sent me a picture of when he was a kid sitting on the bike. So very, very special bike. Beautiful bike. Oh, I might show you that before we leave here, but I got you on the computer. So I don't know if I can show that. But I can't wait to hear this thing. Now, good news for you folks. He said he's open to selling the nitrous oxide system. So if somebody's been looking for a nitrous oxide system, the tank, the pump, the lines, he's got the trigger hooked up to the horn, but the grandson's not going to be using it. The tank's empty. So he's thinking about just taking the port off of the intake, TIG welding the intake back, plugging the hole, and taking the system off. But the system, the pump, has a bunch of wires hanging down. We're going to just tidy that up for him. I saw electrical tape, so we're going to get rid of that. And I don't know if he wants us to pull it off. We'll pull the nitrous oxide system off. And if one of you have been looking for a system, there you go. There you go. So that's what's on the lift now. Then after that, we got the 03 Softail. We did send those rims. Well, he's selling those rims. It did not, the front rim uh, did not line up rotor wise, and you're going to have to space it, and then the wheel was off. It wasn't it's a dual disc, and the Softails have the single disc. I'm like, we could make it work, but it's not going to be right, and it's not going to look right. So he got a new set of rims in. So we're good to go back with that. A lot of work still to do on that, but we got to get it on the lift and get it done, knock it out. So we'll be doing the handlebar install on that next, running wires through the bars, pulling the old wires out, running wires through the bars, changing out the housings from chrome to black, putting the new bushings in, which I think we already did that. Yeah. So just setting the bars on, and then the headlight and all that's done, putting the front rim on. Then we can move back to the engine, changing out the rocker tops, the rocker assemblies, the cam cover, the exhaust, the clutch cover, the transmission cover, I think, and the primary side. It's got a leak. We got to fix that. Then we can move on back to the rear fender, the rear tire. And somebody reached out to me. He will sell the rear rim. Somebody wanted the rear rim off this. So he said he would sell that. New rotors, new rear rim, new rear fender, struts, all that on the rear. So hopefully in the next video of this '03 Softail, we'll do the bars, and then we'll take the exhaust off, start stripping the motor down, see how far we can get in that. The '98 Electric Glide, I filmed it, I edited it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was actually uploading it, and I'm like, why is this taking so long to upload? And I looked, and it was 2 hours long. I'm like, golly, nobody's going to watch that for 2 hours. Who's got that's like a movie. So I cut the video in half and made a real sloppy exit. And the one you'll see Friday, this coming Friday, a real sloppy intro. And we're jumping right back into rebuilding those tensioners. So, no, the magnetic Morelli system. The bike turned out great. It fires right up now. Idles. You kind of burp the throttle, idles right down to a grand how the magnetics are supposed to be. And it does good. I don't know where my wife is. She's probably inside gossiping. Watch this. I can use my phone since I'm on the computer. Where are you? Oh, okay. Maybe she'll come in. All right. Enough of me jawing. All right. What's the latest on the '97 Springer blue stripe in your shop? Yeah. We're still kind of waiting on the customer. There's a lot of parts it needs still. We got the hard to find parts. That exhaust was like hen's teeth. Luckily, I found one for a very, very decent price. I don't think the person that was selling it online knew how rare it was. I don't know. That's the price he had. That's the price I paid. So we got that. Now I didn't steal it from him. It was a fair price, but it wasn't the price that had been searching for him. It was like twice what he was asking. It come in, everything looked good on it. That was the hardest thing to find. The rest is just things that the bike has to have. And they're like, well, does it have to have this? Does it have to have that? They're working within their budget, but it's got to have those things. I mean, you got to have clutch cable. You got to have grips. You got to have those things. And my wife just texted. What's she saying? Okay. She should be out here hopefully soon. I don't know. So we're in limbo with the '97 Springer. And I actually reached out and said, look, it's been here a minute. There are literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 crates of parts for that bike. And I'm running out of room. I'm just running out of room. So maybe a decision will be made soon on it. I'd love to see it back on the road, but it is going to take some time and money to do that. And I did let them know. I'm like, look, if y'all are interested in selling this as it is, I know several people that would come and get it that day. I said, come get it. So I think they're wanting to keep it. So we'll just see how it goes. When are you giving the torque wrench away? Okay. So with the torque wrench, I had planned to just do that one video and then run the giveaway for about a week and then put everybody in the spinning wheel, pick a winner, and just announce it. Well, since I split the video in two, the video you'll see Friday is me actually using the torque wrench. And I was impressed. It was spot on the money compared to my digital AC Delco torque wrenches. And it was nice quality. I really enjoyed it. So, because I'm splitting the video, if you entered in the first video, you're entered in. If you enter in the second video, you're entered in. If you enter in both videos, you get 2 entries. And then I'll let that run for about a week and I'll give that away. So, date wise, if you're curious, probably the end of March is when it'll be. Yeah. So, the last couple of days of March is probably when you'll see a video on that. I'll just do a quick maybe video or maybe put it in one of my videos. I don't know, but I'll announce it. Maybe just make a post about it in our community YouTube page. So that's what I'm giving it away. Looking forward to the sequel. Yeah, it turned out great. And this Magneti Morelli rebuild was I tried to be very detailed in case somebody was really looking for a video to do that. So it'll be that. And I'll probably even put that in the title of this last video, that it's a Magneti Morelli rebuild, because that's really what we did. We rebuilt that, put it back together. I took a coil plug wire off of Liberty and put it on there, fired right up, idled great throttle response. And then when the plug wires come in, I'm just going to unbolt the tank. I put a longer tube on it and we can raise it up. And somebody just sent taco money, $25 taco money sent through Cash App. Thank you, Miss Small, for that wonderful gift. My wife will get that. That'll probably bring her out here pretty quick. She sees we're getting taco money. So that's what the sequel is going to be about, that last video. And that's why I had to split it, because of the length. So, just got my 2010 Street Glide. Feels like it has no suspension. Bought hand pump and solved the rear problem. Front is rough. Tire looks good. Any suggestions? Well, it depends. Front is rough. I would ask, what do you mean by rough? Is it rough when you hit bumps and stuff? Is it rough when you turn? It could be a lot of things. It could be neck bearings, wheel bearings. It could be something besides forks. So I'd have to ask you more questions. I know on some of the older touring models, bikes, they had air rides in the front as well that you could adjust with the pump. So I don't think a 2010 Street Glide has those. I think they got away from those. But you never know. You might check. They might have air suspension on those too. Just a good morning from Thailand. What? That's crazy. The internet's so amazing. Very much enjoy your videos. Unfortunately, on my way to work, so we'll finish this later. Well, have a good day at work in Thailand. Whatever you got your hands doing, I hope you have a blessed day. Hope and pray we get good weather from now on and get some riding in soon. Yeah, that would be good. We're not even in the spring officially yet. That's coming in a couple of days, or a couple of weeks, I'm sorry, here in Tennessee. And I think we're going to have a really good riding season this summer. So, stumbled on your channel a few weeks ago. I very much enjoy your content. Person at the shop door. Who could it be? It's my wife. She's got her coffee and she's got her phone. Come on over. Don't say no. Everybody's been saying, "Where's your wife? Where's your?" Oh, you're looking at the comments.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, come on over. You can slide on over. There she is. Say hi. And guess what? Miss Kathy Small sent taco money. Yeah. So I get to take you out for tacos tomorrow. It's gonna be cold tomorrow, so that'll be. Are you coming over here or not? Okay. All right. Oh, she's warming up to the camera. We got her to wave and say hi. That's more than she usually gets. So tomorrow's supposed to be cold. Tuesday's supposed to be cold. We can run out and warm up in Taco Mexican restaurant. Stumbled on your channel a few weeks ago. Very much enjoy your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you, Dave. It was 70 and sunny today, and now it's 48 and cold and 21 tonight. It's snowing northwest in Arkansas right now. I've heard we could get some snow tomorrow. That's wild, but that's Tennessee. Hot one day, cold the next in the spring and fall. Ryan says yes when I hit bumps. Okay, so probably a fork issue then. But I still would check your wheel bearings and your neck bearings. But if it's only rough and bumps, then it's going to be a fork issue. Um, I don't know what it could be unless your forks are just low in fluid, but it would be leaking. You'd be knowing that it's leaking. I know you can. There are fork spring upgrades you can get that are a little softer ride for you. You might can look into that. What are you doing part 4 on the, when are you doing part 4 on the electric glide? That'll be coming out to our members Monday, tomorrow, or Tuesday. I'll probably go ahead and upload it tomorrow. Then it'll be public Friday for everybody. And I have a lot of people that get mad at that because I'll post a video on Monday, and if they're not a member, they can't watch it. And they assume that I have made it for the members only. But if you look, it says members first. So part of being a membership, that's one of their perks for our standard and premium members. They get to see videos a little bit earlier than everybody else and get to comment, be some of the first to comment. So I always try my best, and I don't think I've missed one in a long time, to do a Friday video that's public for everybody and a good content one. So at least, try to get around an hour long. So if you see something that says that's only for members, make sure to look. It might just say members first. And then that means on Friday at 9 a.m. Central, it'll be public for everybody. So the part 4 on the electric glide will be out this Friday publicly and probably tomorrow for our members. Change out the fork oil if it's air. Pretty easy to do. Correct. Yes. Steve K-Man says, howdy, mama. Say hi to your mama. PJ Gorgie. Gotta say thanks and good timing finding your channel, working on refreshing an older 03 Heritage I picked up and wanted to do front suspension, and your video convinced me to get it done. Awesome. That's wonderful. I always try to set up the channel and the videos as just us hanging out in the shop. Now, I understand to the guy that's trying to fix something, he don't want to hear me jawing or talking about the weather or talking about my kids or saying anything funny. He just wants to see, how do I do this? Okay, I'm not that channel. I'm not. Now, what I do sometimes is I'll go back out of those long videos and I'll make quick how-to videos. And those are heavily edited just to show the job and how to do it. So I've got one on changing forks. I've got one on doing a bunch of things like wheel bearings and things like that. And that's just a how-to video. There's nothing about it except how to do that job. So I try to be aware of that and to do that. So I'm glad that I'm helping you out in that way. Joseph, is it common to have a bad crank position sensor, but still have spark and loose injector pulse on the 07 Road Glide? Yeah, the crank position sensors can get real wonky. And I had one laying around. I think I threw it in the trash and I don't think I got it around anymore. But what I learned on those crank position sensors, if you pull them out and you can see that magnet pickup in there, throw it away, because they were having issues with those. That if you see that little round metal piece in the middle, they were having issues with that actually coming out of the sensor and falling into your primary. whew, that's a bad day. And so if you look at a modern one, if you go to a hardware store and buy one for your year, even if it's an older bike, say it's an old one Road King, it'll be a solid cover over it where that can't fall out. Uh, so in saying that, the crank positions can still pick up, but it might not be picking up at the correct and sending the correct signal. So you can still have timing issues with a crank position sensor going out. Now, if you replace it with a brand new one and you're still having those issues, then it's not that, it's something else. Uh, and there's ways you can check those crank position sensors as well with it on the bike and I think off the bike as well. So that depending on your, well, it's an '07 Road Glide. All of your timing on those are going to be based off that crank position sensor and your ECM, of course. Now, there's a lot of other sensors that are related to fuel as well. You've got that, I call it mass airflow, but it's not mass airflow, but it's an air intake sensor. You've got that. And there's another sensor as well. The bank angle sensors can sometimes give you wonky readings. A lot of other sensors. '09, Jimmy says an '09 Heritage Softail here in Minnesota. Hope to have it out in a couple of weeks after the current blizzard. Away from riding for 30 years, so your content helps me greatly understand what makes her go. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for those kind words. PG says, bought in the A team. Hello, Miss B. Oh, brought in the A team. Terrible. I'm at that in between. It's too far. I need it either closer with my glasses on or further away where I can read it. It's right in that in between where things are blurred. So yeah, she's part of the A team. I'm the B team. Jeff Jones, I have cables on the 97 if you need. I put beach bars on my old boy. If the owners of your 97 change their mind, I need all the parts you got to finish my 97 Springer project. I'll keep that in mind. I'll let them know. I think their plans are to keep it and see it back on the road. So if that changes, I'll let you folks that are members and subscribers have first dibs at it if they want me to sell it for them. They might have a list of their own of folks that said, hey, if you ever get rid of this, let me know. Annoyed Coastal Beach. Enjoy your channel. I like how you're always calm and no cussing. Very informative. Say hi to everyone else. Thank you for that. You will not hear me curse on here, be lewd and rude. That's not me. Actually, our oldest son, when he went to basic training, he said, Dad, you wouldn't believe the people, the crew I was with. I told him, never in my life have I heard my dad cuss, seen him drink a beer, seen him get crazy or wild or anything like that. And they're like, what? That's impossible. So I just am who I am. I actually think people that have to use a lot of curse words, well, I shouldn't say it. Never mind. We'll move on. Hello from Laconia. Yes, I got that right. New Hampshire. Yes, I'm on fire. I did a Butler marathon today. Too dank and cold, or too dark and cold to ride. Started on your intro video. No way. And started working my way up. Good stuff. Wow, that is so cool. A Butler marathon. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, if you go back and look at those early videos, we've come a long way. My next big step is to get the camera that is a professional cinema camera. I've got it on my list. I know exactly what I want. I've talked to the B&H professionals about what I need and what I do. And that's going to be my next purchase. When I do that, and then, man, the zoom in quality is going to be crystal clear. I think it shoots up to, I don't know, whatever the Ks are now, 8K or something crazy like that. Um, and the audio will sync up better. I have to do a lot in editing to get things halfway decent. But that new camera is really, so I'm hoping to purchase that this year. That's going to be really, really good. So I've got a fund, I'm saving up for that, and that'll be really great on our channel. So yeah, I'm glad to see our videos are improving and a little bit better quality, I hope. Mr. Sutley, 65, howdy y'all again from Prince Edward Island in Canada. Well, hello to you. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us for a minute. Joseph Darling, thank you. And Michael says, does Laconia still host a rally? Hmm. Fresh says, no, that's not Fresh. Freshman 72 says, what's up from Portland, Oregon? Hey, I've been there before. It was a really nice town back when I went, and then things went sideways. So I hope you're okay up there. Jeremy, any advice on polishing scratches off of aluminum billet rims? Any ideas? Well, I don't know. Now, chrome, you can take some WD-40 or PB Blast or any kind of lubricant, really, and Quad Zero wool, or even Windex and Quad Zero wool. And that does phenomenal jobs on chrome because it won't scratch it and it gets like rubber boots and stuff like that off. It stains off. I guess it would work on aluminum as well, but I've got that mother's polish that I like to use on aluminum. That works really good as well. Gosh, I've had that can up there forever, so it doesn't take much to use. It's like a white paste. It does really good. But now I'm not a detail guy, so I don't know. I've got this handheld steam cleaner I bought at Harbor Freight. We're going to use on the O3 Softail. So once we get the bars installed, we're going to steam clean that engine before we start taking things apart and see how that does. I saw a guy use it on TikTok on a car engine. I thought, I wonder if it'll work on a motorcycle engine. And it's a raw aluminum engine as well. So we're going to try that on that, see how that works. So I guess watch a couple of videos ahead. That'll be out in a couple of weeks once we do the work on that. Mr. Sully, Laconia starts June the 13th for 2 weeks at a rally. Cool. Might have to add that to our list of places to visit. We'll have to get our passports. For Canada? No, it's Canada, right? Oh, gosh, I'm an idiot. You sure? Laconia. Oh, I was reading the Prince Edward Island. Okay, never mind. SK Man, quality is great content. Keep going. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. DJ, every year at Weirs Beach, the week before Father's Day, it ends on Father's Day. Cool. Ryan says, have swirl scratches on back of my saddlebag. What product do you prefer for buffing out? Um, Are they the ABS or are they soft bags? I assume the ABS bag, hard bags. I don't know. I would ask a paint guy about that. I know there's a bunch of different buffing compounds. I've never touched one of them. There's the bar, the wax bar, or some kind of bar, clay bar you can use. Don't know. Never used them. That would be a paint guy question. I don't want to steer you wrong. Don't get me lying to you. That's what I always say. Michael, thank you. I haven't heard much about since the quarantine. Boy, that was a rough time, wasn't it? Ernie, hello from Northeast Pennsylvania. Hello, Ernie. Glad you stopped by to hang out with us. PG, 80s were great for a Laconia. It was just a weekend back then, but we stretched it out. That's cool. New Hampshire, yes, thank you. My wife corrected me instantly that it was New Hampshire. Just got out the storm shelter in Arkansas. We're all good. Oh, Shep, I'm glad you're good. I'm glad your family's safe. I hope you didn't have any damage. They say it's coming our way, possible tornadoes. I hope not. Thankfully, we have a basement that's finished with several rooms and a couple bathrooms down there and a kitchenette. And our daughter's bedroom is actually kind of underground. So that's the safest spot. So we do have a spot to go if things get really wild. And we're up on a big hill. I think I'm more worried about the shop than I am the house. My wife's like, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Shep. I'm glad your family's okay. WV, hey, we have a question. We have some Harley parts for Softail and Evo Screaming Eagle intake, also brand new. Nice. Wonderful. I missed the question though. If you're wanting to sell them, just send me an email. Right now, I'm shopping for 82 FXR parts. I want the gentleman that I sold the bike to, that I got the bike back from. He had bought some bars to put on it. They're really nice, and I think I might be putting those on there. They're a little bit higher, but I like how they look and how they feel. I think I'm going to install those. So I think my clutch cable, they're only like a couple of inches higher than what I got on there now, but I think my clutch cable is long enough. I'm going to need a new brake line, which I think I might need anyway, uh, and an extended brake line and throttle cable. There's no controls up on the bars, and that's how I like to ride. I don't want anything on the bars. The less on the bars, the better for me. I thought about running an internal throttle cable, but the cable doesn't bother me. It's really those big housings. I just don't like them. I like riding motorbikes, just grips, clutch, and the brake. I'm fine with that. I'm shopping around for FXR parts right now. And you guys tell me if you've owned FXRs, the older ones, the shovel head ones. I want highway pegs because I like to ride with my heels up, feet kind of dangling in the wind, and with that lumbar support on that saddleman seat, I can lean back a little more, cruising down the highway. It doesn't hurt on the old backside as much. But I don't think they made crash bars for the FXR frames. So I'm looking for some highway bars that just come straight out, that bolt or actually clamp onto the frame, the down tubes, come out, and then I can put some vintage Harley pegs. If you know of anything like that or have something laying around, please send me an email. Butler Customs Motorcycle Shop at gmail.com. I'll be glad to snatch them up from you if it's something that'll work on that shovel head. Because that's going to be a keeper, and I'm probably going to ride it. I want to ride Lucy when I want to ride her and not when I have to ride. And that way I can kind of save on her a little bit. And that shovel head's another gear is really nice. Really nice. And a little bit more power in that 80-inch than the panhead. And a lot lighter frame as well. Man, it's just a nice frame to ride. Trade for t-shirts. Hey, I'm open to that. Sure. Just send me an email. Send me what you got. I'll throw some shirts your way and we'll do a online handshake, an email handshake, and call it done. Very good. I've got you in big mode. I don't see a clock. What time are we at? It is not 7:55 already. No way. That's wild. All right. Okay. So I'm going to hush for a second and see if you got any questions. If I wasn't on the computer, I could take you around and show you that nitrous oxide bike. on the lift and some other things. What else have we got? We got something else in, didn't we? Got something else in. I don't know. I've got I think it's a 2010 or 2012 Street Glide coming up, and he's having trouble on warm days. He's going into limp mode, and so we're going to be diagnosing that. Got another fella with a Street Glide. I think it's a 2015 coming up, and he's getting bars installed. And boy, when you get into that now, you're getting into a lot. And a lot of folks don't realize how much has to come off of a Street Glide or an electric glide to change out bars. It's not anything simple, um, especially when you're going up and changing out throttle cables, or not throttle cables, it's throttle by wire, but clutch cables and extending harnesses out and things like that. Uh, Interfering, outer fairing comes off. It's a job. So I think that'll make a good video as well. Jeff, did you settle on a name for the FXR? Okay. I was going to name her Lulu. There's a lady at church named Miss Regina. Sweet, sweet lady. Her dog's named Lulu. She wasn't at church today, so I didn't get to ask her, can I use that name? My wife hates Lulu. She hates that name for the bike. I shouldn't say she hates Lulu. um, Another member, Miss Small, suggested Mary Lou. My wife said, no, I think it's the women's name my wife's not comfortable with. Lucy was fine because Lucy was my grandmother. Her name was Lucille, but everybody called her Lucy. And so she was okay with that. But she's not okay with other women's names. And I'm like, I'm going to go ride with Lulu. I'm going to go ride Lauren or Mary Lou. She don't like that. So I can name it Bob. Is that better? I'm going to go ride Bob. No? Okay. All right. Well, so I'm open to names. I'm open to names. So yeah, put your names for the 82 Chevrolet FXR. I thought about Lucky because, that's the bike that caught on fire in my driveway right in front of the shop. And I happened to grab the fire extinguisher out of my old shop truck, uh, my old dent side Ford, and put it out. So that was pretty, I don't want to say lucky. I was very blessed. So I don't know. Still open to names, but when the name hits, I'll know it. I'm fine with the Lulu, but we evidently got to change that now. Shep says, I'm working on my daughter's Shadow 750. Dual carb. Whoo, giving me a hard time removing. Any suggestions? Oh, removing it. Yes. Let me see if I can remember. You have to. So, what he's talking about, if you're not familiar with those dual carbs, one carb's turn for the rear head, the other carb's turn for the front head, and they're got boots that are opposite. So, I believe you have to, of course, loosen up your clamps. I believe you have to push the carbs toward the front head, get the rear out, and then you can bring the front up. I think that's what I had to do the last several ones I've worked on. Now that, the YouTube channel is kind of our main thing here in the shop, I'm very blessed to be able to kind of pick and choose what I think would make really good videos. Of course, the Harleys do really good. Oh, the Triumph. The Triumph was the other bike that I've got up here, a 1200 Triumph that a subscriber brought up from Florida. So we got to get that on the lift. No running, spark issues, some wiring cleaned up. And he needs that. He's going to take some road trips to go see his kids and grandkids. So that's that other bike I was thinking about that we got up here. So yeah, I think that's what I had to do. Go forward into the front boot, intake boot, and then you can get that rear off and bring it up and out. And opposite as you go in. So put the front end first, go forward, bring the rear down, and then kind of wiggle it back to the seats. And if your boots are old, um, they're going to be stiff and hard. Lube helps spraying something up in there, of course, and going back, lube it, putting it back in. And if you get them out, it might be a good idea to go ahead and take your intakes off and get new intakes. They still make them pretty cheap and affordable, and they'll go in a lot better. And check for cracks in those intake boots, please. You don't want to do all that work and go back in and still not run right because you got a leaky boot. Okay, I think FXR is a good name. Ride the FXR. Hey, that's a good compromise. Yeah, pretty simple. Jeff Jones, I got a 97 Dyna. When the temp goes down, when the temp goes up above 75, it spits and sputters at under 50% throttle. I've rebuilt the carb, replaced the choke, running 48 and 180 jets, and leaning toward ignition next. But it's only above 75 when the temperature goes above 75. Okay, I would probably be looking at your fuel delivery to the carburetor. That could be it. The fuel's getting too hot, going between the heads and the jugs. That might be. I would probably try to insulate that line if it's not already. That could be an issue before you start digging back into the carburetor, or looking at the ignition. I would look at that first. I've seen that happen. And check your fuel flow too from the petcock, because the gas warms up and gets hot. It can flow differently than when it's cold. Got my hat and sticker Saturday. Pretty sweet. We'll be proud to show off here in Tennessee. JK78. Okay, was that the one we mailed out here in Hartsville? Okay. I think you're just down the road from me here in Hartsville. I told my wife, I'm like, I could literally save this guy shipping and just take it to his house, but I didn't want to just show up. That'd be weird. So I mailed it. I'm glad you got it. Glad you like it. And if I see you in town with my hat on, I'll say hi to you. Sit and chat for a minute. Grab some coffee. Ernie, Bung King sells crash bars at highway pegs for the FXR. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Crash bar. Thank you so much. Who said that? Thank you so much, Ernie. Bung King. Company. Awesome. You folks are great. I love our YouTube community. Westie's World 97 FLH injection. Rear belt just broke. Ooh. Final drive belt. Ooh. Your videos have been really helpful. Thanks from NZ, New Zealand. Yeah, I'm killing it tonight. Boy, that's a job. That's a job. So feel sorry for you. Okay. I do like the belts, the belt drives, the final belt drives better than chains. They last longer, they're less maintenance. But when those things break or crack and it's time to replace them, boy, it's a job. It is a job. And on some of those frames, you gotta take the whole pinion out, shaft, the whole rear end's got to come out, and primary, inner primary. Oh my goodness. Then it's one of them, while you're in there, you might as well replace this and that and this and that, and it can cost an arm and a leg. Where a chain, you just wrap a chain up in there, put the master link back in, keep going down the road. I feel sorry for it, but I'm glad my videos are helping you out. PG Triumph, Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I got to get that other Triumph going. I'm going to order the pickup coil. I think that's the problem. I'm going to order that and get that Triumph on the road, and it will be for sale unless I go down the road on it and I'm like, okay, this is nice. Because it's sporty, it's kind of like a sports bike, but it's got the rising bars on it, so you're kind of up, and it's a touring sporty bike. But I need to get that going. It's been here too long. I need to get it together and going. Cool, old man Joe. Yeah, hey, good thought. That it might be that cool when it heats up above 75. Uh, what you can do, who said that? Jeff Jones. You can take that coil off and put you a heat gun or even a hair dryer and heat that coil up, and then do your secondary readings and your primary readings and see. I would check it cold with the coil code, and then check it after you heat it up and see if you get different readings. If you do, and the readings are wonky or out of spec when it heats up, there's your issue. Thank you so much. That's a great thought, old man Joe. Thank you. S Caveman, as always, good to chat. Gotta run. Thanks. Thank you, S Caveman, for hanging out, and I hope you have a blessed week. Atlas, just found this channel. Awesome. I spent the entire day down this rabbit hole. This channel is the kind of reason I can't leave YouTube just yet. Keep up the good work, and thanks for the education. Well, thank you, Atlantis, and welcome to our YouTube family. Everybody on here is so kind and so supportive and helps one another out. And hey, we're all just growing together. So thank you so much. JK, LOL, it's all good. Ernie, no problem. PG says intake gaskets. Oh, yeah, could be that too. So take you some carb cleaner with the bike running, spray around those intake gaskets, around your intake there on both heads. If the idle goes up, if the revs go up, you got a leak there. Be careful, it's flammable. Be very careful. Okay. Jamin, hey, stop by to say hi. Well, thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Jamin? No, that's a guy. Thank you so much for stopping by. JK, if you see a beautiful big red flake 72 around, it's probably me. Oh, nice. Did we see that the other day? Big red, beautiful. A beautiful big red flake 72. I think so. Dave says, hello, Butler. Hello to you, Dave. Glad you could stop by. Jeff Jones, I'll get back to you on the side to get the way to test the coil. I got a packet in Monday, starts at 0530 in Anderson, South Carolina. So they're an hour ahead. Yeah, so it's bedtime around there, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's like 9 o'clock. All right, well, thanks for hanging out, Jeff. Appreciate it. Patriot Biker, looks like I'm late. I'll start at the beginning soon. Thanks for your live sessions. Yeah, it's something that I try to do once a month for everybody. I've got enough members now. I need to start doing members only lives as well. So I might start putting that in the mix next month and giving a chance for just our members to hang out and chat. But I always want to do a public live uh, at least once a month, every month. And I think that's important. I think it's good to sit and just talk and chew the cud and jaw with each other. It really helps me to connect to you folks and you folks to connect to me. And it's a chance to ask really anything you want, and we can talk about it. I try to read out loud every comment. And a lot of folks that go back and watch the live later, they're like, man, thank you for reading the comments as you're answering them. It really helps me to follow along. So I try to do that as well. But thank you for stopping by, Patriot. And you can go back and watch these. I always set these so you can look at them later on in your week. Okay. Well, it looks like, okay, there's a live timer up here. I just saw this. Huh. Has that always been there? See that? So we've been on here 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I want to give you just a chance. If there's any more questions you want to ask, I'll hang out here as long as you want. If not, then we'll go ahead and call this a done deal. Tomorrow, I'm going to start on that. I was planning on starting on it Friday, but I had to run out and do a couple of errands. Then I had to help the family member. So I didn't get to touch it. It's on the lift, it's strapped down, ready to be filmed. So we'll start in the morning. If my ceiling's still here in the morning. So be praying for us. We're supposed to get that bad stuff tonight. And I'd rather get storms during the day. You can kind of see them, kind of see how bad it's getting. And I'm one of them, like that guy you might have seen on Facebook or TikTok, standing out there with his hands in his pocket and, oh, there's a storm coming, there's a storm coming. I'm that guy. So I like to see it coming. At night, you don't know. You got to trust the weatherman and looking at the live radar. So it's supposed to hit about midnight here tonight. Wind's been howling all day. So I hope it goes around us. Murfreesboro, Tennessee seems to get pounded with tornadoes after tornadoes after tornadoes. It always seems to hit really bad in Murfreesboro. And the time it comes up this way, it's kind of scattered out. It's done its damage. I don't know why that is, but Murfreesboro, if anybody's going to get hit, it's going to be there. Michael says, sweet dreams. Ooh, thank you. Don't sweet talk me now. All right. So thank you folks so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I mean that a whole lot. You folks have really changed my life, changed the entire shop here of what I do. And now I get to just film and hang out with folks all around the world working on things that we want to work on and we enjoy doing. And I'm going to be buying a lot of project bikes this year and getting them back on the road and getting them into the hands of somebody that'll enjoy it a whole lot. So thank you so much for all of you folks. I hope that y'all have a wonderful week. I hope you stay safe as these storms move all across the states. I hope you stay safe. If you're out on 2 wheels riding this week, have a wonderful time. Old man Joe says, really enjoyable tonight. Kevin, God bless you and yours. Well, God bless you as well. And thank you so much. PG says, are those reusable oil filters worth the investment? 100%. They are wire mesh filters. The problem with paper filters is that they filter too much. So the way paper filters work, and you have to be careful that you buy a proper filter for your motorcycle, especially Harleys. So oil will filter through that paper. If the paper, if the pressure builds up too much in that oil filter, it will actually bypass the filter, and there's a bypass valve made into that filter. And so I have heard that the paper filters only filter out about 20% of your oil, and 80% bypasses through that valve and then circulates back through. Well, the wire filters, the wire mesh filters that are cleanable and forever, most of them, if you buy them now, look for the ones that have the good quality fins on the outside because it actually cools your oil as well while it's filtering. And those filter 100% of the oil. And even the good quality ones have magnets inside that will catch debris as it's going through. So they're really, really good oil filters. They are pricey, but if you can afford it, invest in it, you will enjoy them. I can do some research for you. I saw one just the other day that a guy did a review on and talking about how good it was. And it had the magnet in it. It had the finned housing on it. And he was showing the difference in a paper filter versus those wire mesh filters. Really good idea. Really good upgrade. And PG says they're worth it. Yeah, absolutely. DJ, great chat. Have an awesome evening and God bless. Thank you, DJ. God bless you as well and have a wonderful week. Eugene, enjoy your show. Keep up the good work. I'll try my best to be who I am. Ernie, thanks again. Another great live. Wonderful. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you so much. And we'll get right back to wrenching and filming tomorrow. And tell your mama now I said hi.